How's it going, folks? And you're very welcome along to the Motorcycle Hour podcast, where we talk all things motorcycling. A quick shout out to our sponsors: Terence Healy Motorcycles Tullamore, your main Honda dealer for the Midlands; City Spares Motorcycling, Cherry Orchard Industrial Estate Dublin, your Honda and Suzuki agent; and motorcyclingtraining.ie, your one-stop shop for all your motorcycle training needs. Before we kick it off, we do want to give a reminder that this podcast is intended for audience of 18 years and older. So just remember this when deciding where and when you listen. How's it going, folks? And hope you're all keeping well. Before we kick it off, I have a question. So what does a Yamaha MT09, the Cookstown 100, and Gael's tent rally all have in common? They're all coming up in episode 86.
Wow.
But before any of that, roll call time. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Riley's here. Well, bud.
Well, Bren.
What's the story, lad?
All right, and yourself?
How are you getting on, man?
No bother.
Good stuff, good stuff. Bags are gone.
Bags? Yeah.
As I try and clear my throat here. What are you smoking there now, man? That looks like a lump of bamboo or something. Is that the old wacky stuff or something, is it?
No.
Yeah, you could fucking do a bit of it. Speaking of wacky stuff, Ross McQuaid, how are you, man? What's the story?
I'm all right.
That's enough.
Yeah.
How are you getting on, look?
Sound, man, 110%.
Any cracker scandal?
Oh, sweet fuck off.
How's all down in Longford?
Grand?
Still there?
Yep.
How's the big squirrel?
How is the big squirrel?
Is he a big pair of nuts?
Well, yeah. He is multicoloured.
He's a multicoloured squirrel.
Yeah.
Mother's of God.
Yeah, no,
Right.
he's looking well.
Is he, yeah? Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah, and speaking of squirrel,
Yeah.
can we give a shout out to somebody?
You 100% give a shout out to somebody, lad.
Yeah, Billy Morrissey.
Well, Billy Morrissey.
Fair play.
I always said Billy
He was
Morrissey
doing a few
one
photo
fella.
rally points, and he pulled up in the Bow Newtown Forbes.
Did he?
Yep, and took a photograph in front of the squirrel.
Pulled up or broke down in Newtown?
Well, he was on a BMW GS, so
Yeah.
Probably broke down.
Very few people would decide to stop in Newtown Forbes now. It's kind of a place
You want to get through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just keep her tipping on.
Yeah.
And
Not
keep
much.
a good eye in the front wheel as you're going in case someone steals it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your boots as well.
Your boots as well, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
And your
'cause
hopes and aspirations.
The last day you went through, you had a lovely watch on you. When you got to the far side, I says, "Jill, Bren, what time is it, bud?" You looked and you went, "Fuck's sake, the watch is gone."
I'll go back through.
That was his Mickey Mouse watch that he got for communion.
Well, speaking of Mickey Mouse, and I'm glad you brought that up, Tony Moore's here as well. Well, Tony.
Not a bother. I heard it's rough hour. Even the Alsatians go down in packs.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. How are you getting on, man?
Oh, not a bother. Yeah, sure. Look, into the really be into it now with the training. After Paddy's Day goes ballistic, and it's just ramping up. And sure, what's good? The weather's been brilliant then. So it's
The weather has
As,
been
as it's raining outside.
but it's not too bad. It's that kind of dry rain.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
because
not the wet rain.
that wet rain.
That wet rain.
Yeah,
Funny enough, it's the only one I ever get wet in. Anybody else ever notice that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the queerest thing ever, swear to God. You know, that's the kind of rain, as Tommy'd hear and say it's warm. You could actually, you'd want a big tea bag now and go out and
Well,
Well,
you
you
see,
know-
if you get up in the morning, eat your Wheatie bags.
Wheatie bags.
Yeah.
What's a Wheatie bags?
I don't know. The Aldi
Are
version.
they the Aldi?
They're the or your ready break, especially ready break. You
Yeah.
grow a layer around you, so even when you walk in the rain, you don't get wet.
You don't get wet, lad?
No, it's fucking brilliant.
I don't like ready
Would you
break.
not
I don't like
have
ready break.
thought of eating about 6 ton of it and you might have grown a few inches?
Yeah.
Instead of growing a layer, you'd grow 10.
Would you believe it? I grew inches, but not in height.
Oh. The wallet. You should actually-
One or 2 inches.
You should actually stand out in that rain. You might grow a bit. You know what I mean? Sprinkle a bit of Miracle Grow on you.
Bit of 10, 10, 20 in your pockets.
10, 10, 20, lad. As the fella said,
when it's-
shook as a bag of 10,
when
10,
it's-
20.
Want to spray a bit of weed killer, a new pair of cunts.
Yeah. Now, you see, there you go with the C word. We told you. That's
What?
You can't be
allowed.
mentioning Christmas.
You
It's
can't.
just you know what I mean?
Bold
Charlie.
Lads, Tony Moore, you're going to talk about Cookstown, which I'm very much looking forward to. You're going to give us the whole lowdown on it. You were there. You weren't racing yourself.
No.
You were there.
I thought you were racing.
No, you wasn't racing yourself.
I have to say now, myself and Jerry sitting beside me, we just started talking off air, and the whole 2 days was just phenomenal. just phenomenal. You know what I mean? And
The weather. I don't know. We're not going to turn into one of those podcasts where we talk about weather, but the weather was fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So that set the tone. So we got up there, myself and Ben.
Drive up or bike it
Oh,
up?
we went up on the bikes. Yeah.
Were the bikes on the road or in the van?
Now, Ross, what sort of people put fucking motorbikes in vans?
Well, we're
Harley riders.
Jeez, he knows the old digs with the Harley riders, doesn't he, man? He's actually nearly the only one that gives a shit over the Harleys. What are you?
So anyway, we went up on the bikes and we make it up there in
Fashionable time.
well, allegedly we said the Saturday night said what 3 hours something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And so let's just say we shaded
a tad.
a tad off it.
Yeah.
We bet. Yeah.
So no, it was good, and so we got there on the first day, and again, you know me, I was just straight in chatting to the lads, and I love all the tech stuff. So what was happening was Kevin was happy with the R6. He had it dialed in and was really happy with it. Had a lot of problems with the blade. Okay, so basically front end chatter.
Okay.
Under heavy braking, and wasn't able to turn the bike in, when he wanted. And if you did try and enforce it in getting the kind of whoop mid corner, you know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah, because it was on the bottom of the travel. So that was practice. They got back into the pits and they started adjusting a few different bits and pieces, adjusted the front. Also, it's like everything. It's suspension is a black art, because if you adjust the back, it can affect the front and vice versa. Do you know what I mean? So they started messing with the preload on the back to get the bike settled, because again, with the bottoming out, it's like an Arctic when hit the brakes, the back end was trying to pass the front of it. You know what I mean? So,
for sure.
and the bike was lifting the back wheel, that type of stuff. So they were messing around the compression and spring height and all on the back. And so the intention was to go on the open invitation race at the end of the day on the Friday on the R6, because that was dialed in, and he reckoned he was in with a good shot. You know what I mean? But had to use that race as a test bed for the blade to see had all the tweaks that they tried again in the second round of tweaking, had that dialed it in. It didn't.
Okay.
It just didn't. Do you know what I mean? And so look, credit to the mechanics again. The unsung heroes, as they always say. The two boys, Owen and Stephen, got into it there now and pulled the front end over it. And the forks were rebuilt again that night. And again, a few little tweaks were done. Increased the oil levels just on the bottom cartridge, just to stop from the bottoming out on the damping. And then the spring rate then was changed. I think Kevin said they had a 9.5 or something in it, and they went to a 9.75 or whatever, just to see it again. And that's your damping rate. Do you notice how quick the spring compresses? Do you know what I mean? So you want to slow down the rate of how quick it compresses, because if it compresses quickly, that's what lifts the back. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That seesaw effect. Do you know what I mean? So they did all those tweaks anyway, and they went out then. Then they put the suspension on the rear back to what I had in from the testing in Spain, and marked improvement. And like as you always said, a happy rider is a fast rider.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kevin was really happy with it, dialed in, and the results speak for themselves. I mean, listen, every race he was out, he was at the sharp end. Do you know what I mean? And look, Mr. Dunlop and Mr. Sweeney aside, do you know what I mean? Who were just
100%,
how have been for the last couple of years, just a level above everyone else. But again, as I said, he was a bit disappointed. He thought he'd be in the shout for a podium, as he said before on the last podcast. But I said, listen, dude.
But he was in for a show with a podium.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Really,
yeah. I said to him, you're in the same sentence as Dunlop, Sweeney, Darrell Tweed. Do you know what I mean?
You're keeping very good company,
I've been chatting to Keith and Brian and what their expectations were for the season. And, and Keith was saying, look, if we're top 10 or thereabouts, it's pretty good.
Sure,
you know, on race day, top 5, top 4. You know what I mean?
It's fair going
Wow.
now. I mean, I was looking at it, I was following it on the commentary corner. I have to give a shout out to the money for them. It's great, like to have the, you know what I mean, to be able to follow every bit of it.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and in fairness, you could see him, and you could definitely see, especially so in the last race and the Superbike race, you could see his pace improving.
Yeah.
And I think he went like a second quicker in from say lap 3 to 4.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was after
yeah.
making it. He just made a huge improvement. And it's the kind of the thing you'd be kind of saying, which we have kind of said before, and case in point, Northwest 200 last year, when he got, I think he got a 4th last year in one of the, or what did he get? He pulled off? No, what did he get? But in the last race he done last year, whatever position he got, he was gaining.
Yeah.
And we all kind of said, geez, if he had like 3 more laps.
Yeah.
And you could say the same about Cookstown.
Yeah.
He was building a build. Now, in fairness, the front 1 and 2 had a fair gap. You know, I don't know if you're going to catch them, but he was closing in on the third leg. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
absolutely, yeah.
The battle, the 4th and 5th battle was
it's
unbelievable.
Look, it was just, you know,
That's what everybody was
the dice
watching.
of the racing.
Yeah.
It was just, you know, you were like awestruck at it. You know, you just you know, and like you see looking at it, but when you're standing trackside and watching that going on, like, you know, and I said, you know, it's everyone has their favorite rider or whatever, but it's, you know, Kevin is kind of associated here with it on the podcast. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And you know, it was just absolutely phenomenal. You know, and you have to, again, we were having a bit of a chat after, and you know, he was over 3 seconds or 3.5 seconds a lap faster on both bikes from last year.
That's savage.
That's some going.
So you know, and it's you know, when you listen to Kevin talking about his approach at the TT, you know, it's incremental. You know, you don't want a big jump.
No,
you know what I mean. Incremental, and
always
you
be
know,
getting better. Like,
yeah.
A couple of things I'd love to, and I must chat to him about. The only thing, you know, that was going through my head, just wondering, I suppose, 2 things. The R6, is it competitive? Is it going to be competitive in regards to like the lads on the V2s and stuff? Is it maybe, would he be even that step more competitive on a bike that's not so having to be so highly tuned?
Yeah, the big thing here is because of the new regulations under BSB with the electronics package that everyone has to run. And I think it's Solar something it was called. I can't remember what it was. But everyone has to run it. Okay. And I was talking to Kevin on Thursday, and he said, we're just heading up now, he says, and they had massive problems with the R6. It just wasn't... he said on the overrun, it was over-fueling and driving you on, if you know what I mean. It wasn't shutting off, you know, because again, all that new electronics is all geared for the second gen stuff, like the Triumphs, like the Ducatis, you know what I mean? Because it's fly-by-wire.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
The R6 is old school, throttle cables.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I suppose just on that, because I know there will be an awful lot of listeners probably listening to this that wonder, and you've heard that expression a lot of time, drive-by-wire. So basically what you're doing away with all bikes, whether, well, not all bikes, but say the first gen stuff, even down to carbureted stuff, you had essentially 2 throttle cables going down to operate butterfly valve.
Same with aircrafts.
Exactly, yeah. And then it's moved on. Even with injection classes, you still have an electronic injector that controls fuel, but you also have 2 cables going down that operate the butterfly valve for you know, getting your fuel air ratio, right? Now, when they've moved on to another setup now you've got an electronic, fly-by-wire, which you've got an electronic actuator that does all that, and essentially coming off your throttle is a cable, and then the more you twist that cable, it sends more or less current down to open.
Well, yeah, well, it'd be more or less, so it's like an electrical wire as opposed to a steel cable, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair play for explaining that, Brian. I was just about to do it. I was just about to explain that to everybody.
No, but it's funny. It's a term you hear thrown around a lot of the time. And probably a lot of people don't realise what it is, but that's essentially what it is.
So, so they have to run it. And Kevin was saying, like, I was chatting to him on the way up. He's actually in the van driving up. And he said, look, I think it's going to be a long night for the mechanics again. Only just getting there and have to put everything up. And then we're going to start pulling this bike apart. Do you know what I mean? To see what the problem was. So by the time we got there on the Friday, he had, again, me being anorak, the technical anorak that I am and annoying him and the mechanics. He was saying, like they're down 5 brake horsepower, and so what they did with the engines on the R6 this year, when they had the engine refreshed, they put in ceramic bearings. Do you know what I mean? And what that does is on the bearings is it's less resistance friction, and so any couple of brake horsepower that they gain from that has been negated by having to use electronics.
Okay.
So he says, look, the reality of it is we're going to be same as we were last year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The 5-6 brake horsepower they had gained by spending the money on the engine is now being taken away.
Yeah.
So, but as he said himself in the last time he was here, he's never had a full lap on anger on a sports
100%.
bike. I mean, I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, to get a good practice session in and get the bike dialed in and see what he can do. You know what I mean? It was just
maybe the Northwest will. I don't know. The Northwest.
Yeah, but it's the only place. It's the only place he says where we're going to suffer.
Yeah,
because it's just slipstreaming. Massive long straights.
Massive long straights.
The R6 is fantastic for the TT. Do you know what I mean? He'll be in the mix. Do you know what I mean?
But then, I suppose. But then I suppose. But getting back to my point, this R6 is they're getting because of the group and. They're up against bikes that like the 765s and the V2s and stuff that are downrated. So how would I say this? Is it riskier? Not riskier as regards of an accident. I mean, riskier as in doing engine damage. Is it, that the bike is going to be absolutely screaming? It's
absolutely. Well, again, it's a mechanic itself. The higher you tune any engine, the more, and again, it wears out quicker. Do you know what I mean? Tolerance. So again, exactly that. The R6 is going to be screaming, and
you think of the blade, and I suppose like looking back at I suppose you look at the Hutchney and that, like last year and Isle of Man and what he was able to do and stuff. Do you think the Honda is going to be able to put it up to the BMs and the Ducatis?
Well, here's the other thing, of course, that it struck me when we got there on the Friday, because literally where Darracor was set up, a certain Mr. Dunlop had set up a van right beside it.
Okay,
literally beside it, right?
Yeah.
And of course, we were all looking for this Ducati V4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it wasn't there.
No, it's being.
You know what I mean? And so there's no V2 Ducati and no V4 Ducati.
Yeah.
There was the old Beamer.
Yeah.
The Super Stock. And the Moto 3 bike. You know what I mean?
That Beamer, is that the Carol Cox one? No.
Carol Cox I think it is now. Yes. Yeah.
So where's the other bikes, Tony?
Well, again, this is it. Again, see, the unknown thing with the Ducati is, look, it being a V4, it's going to be a missile on the straight. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be the bike. And like all these racers, they all play their cards close to their chest, right? Maybe he didn't want to show the bike. Maybe the bike wasn't dialed in enough for Cookstown, given the circuit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe he's keeping that in the locker just for the Northwest and the TT. Do you know what I mean? So with racing, it's not just, there's so many facets to it. It's just not just the bike and the rider and the mechanics. There's
there's the politics. There's
there's everything.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Course,
So as I said, it was good. Like I said, I just said it was everything that you wanted it to be, because I've been buzzing for the last month, like mad to get up there and get into it now, and but it was just everything that and the technical stuff with the bike. That's every racer. That's you know what I mean. He gets to the Northwest, and it's. I even said I remarked to the lads when I got there, I thought all the testing that was done in Spain. And everything they learned with the new tyre and all the bits and pieces and
was he running the new tyre in Cookstown?
That I don't know. I'd never thought to look, actually. But it all came down to on the whip of the van. But to do this and pull the engine out. That's racing.
That's
racing.
That's 100%. Yeah, without. Look at it, especially for a team like that. And at that level, right, you know, it is like everyone has to pull their weight. It's not like you some of the other lads, you know what I mean? You just rock up and get on the bike and get your headspace right and all that. No, you're out in the garage, you're thinking.
Well, look, it's like in the last day we said we rocked back into the pits and right, lads, and I was laughing because we went in and it says, okay, sure, look, lads, we're going to head on now, and Brian was in there, you know, with Derek, he goes, all right, lads, you know, sure, don't give us a hand then, you know what I mean? Kind of shamed us into it. So, all right, fair enough. So he took off the jacket and put down the helmet again and gave him a hand. Look, I love it. It's all part of it too, you know what I mean? So that was it. Yeah. And
it was a great meeting, to be fair. Everton, I know there was one or two instances, two red flags. Was there one red flag?
Yeah.
But luckily, it was nothing major.
Yeah.
Was there not two red? There was a red flag on the Friday.
There was,
on the Saturday.
there was two red flags.
Yeah.
It was great. No, the only other thing though that the only thing that stuck with me for
is this a story you have to tell me?
Yeah. So we were down, myself and Ben, we'd be in the pits for one of the races, and we go across, still up on the hill, the hill, looking up the straight. That was brilliant, great view. You can see the length of the straight. And then we're moving down to the first corner, braking and all that. You just get moving around bits and pieces. But we're down in the corner anyway. And look, as you do, chatting to a gentleman there, he was 71 years of age, and he's up. He goes to every road race with a ladder. Do you know what I mean? So it's the ladder. He goes up the ladder, and and he wasn't small either.
People can see Cha here. There's a light bulb after off of Cha's head. But
he was he was
Cha just goes with a cherry picker next one.
Dinky. Yeah. But anyway, so we were chatting away, and just we chat the lads bits and pieces between the racing and a bit of banter and a bit of crack, you know what I mean? And then one of the lads came back, he says, I'm not the better of that, you know, because he said he went off to the Portaloos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And anyone that knows you've been to a Portaloo on a Portaloo, you know what I mean? It's right? But he says, I'm not the better of that. I says, what? Right? He says, I went up to the Portaloo, he says, right? And he says, you know when you walk up to the door, like, and the latch is either red or green. So the latch was green, like, you know. And I opened the door, he says, right? And there's a fella that says, in the Portaloo, right? And his back was towards me, and he was leaning over the Portaloo, right, over the toilet, right? And he had his hand down in the Portaloo. He was gone to his armpits in the Portaloo, right? He's after dropping his phone. And he says he was rummaging around.
He was straining shit too.
The phone would have been left there.
Phone to be staying there, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
And he said, then he pulled his arm out, and the whole arm was like blue. You know what I mean?
That's fucking disgusting. A little side story here, just talking about that. I used to do a bit of security back when I was young.
I know the story you're on.
I was young and broke and doing an apprenticeship. We used to do security at all electric picnic and auction and all that.
I'm going to give you one of us. Go on.
And so we was there one day, and we could be doing security on main stage, depending where we were. Anyway, but on this particular day, we were coming through the car park, I think, and this young one came running over, frantic. She's like, "Oh, there's a lad up there, and I don't think I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just laying there. He's not moving or whatever." And he's like, "Where is he?" He's up here. Walks us up, and there was a fucking line of Portaloos. And they had a load of Harris fencing around the back of it where the Portaloos were kind of being emptied into a tank, like. And they had overflowed. And this lad
lying in the swimming in it, like, yeah.
This lad, however, he climbed over the Harris fencing and slipped and fell and was in the middle of sewerage. And he was alive because he was you could see him moving his legs, and your mum was there. And I mean, lad, and he's swimming in it.
Yeah.
And your mum said to me, "You're going to have to help him." I says, "I will, my bollocks."
He found his own way in.
Exactly. I said he found his way in, he'll find his way out.
Yeah.
And I just said to myself, well, if that's not a fucking ad for, like, you know, why you should drink responsibly, well, I was probably drinking other substances as well, but Jesus Christ.
Myself and James, we were working, we used to do a lot of security work, you know, and you're not a bouncer anymore. Everyone gets a title now. You're called an eviction technician now, you know.
Eviction technician, very good.
So what happened was we were up in a certain establishment, and it was a Debs.
Okay.
Now, Debs tend to be messy.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just to come in, and it's just too much drink.
Exactly, they don't have to drink.
You don't have to drink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this couple of coaches arrived anyway, and people could come in and doing the bits and pieces, and this guy arrived then, and you know the way like in school, there's always like one of the cool dudes or the guy. So this guy was obviously the dude. Do you know what I mean? Because he walked in and. He had the blonde on the arm, do you know what I mean? And the long hair, the old mullet and all. This is going back to the 80s, the mullet and all on. And everyone's coming over, giving high fives and, D-man.
So he was D-baller.
Yeah, D-man, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that was early in the proceedings anyway. And as was going on and on and on and on, it just started to get messy and there was this bits and pieces, And we were talking to some of the kids, like, because they're still, and... So it was there was a Dublin school, right? And what they were doing was when the Debs was over, right? I'd say at 3:00 or 3:30, right? Yeah. They were being picked up by the coaches again, and they were going bowling. At 3:00 in the fucking morning, right? I don't know, right? Anyway.
And the stupefied.
Yeah.
Dear.
But anyway, right? Go figure, right? So the scene is myself and James are at the front door, and it's a couple of other security around the place anyway, and we'd rotate about a bit, you know what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can imagine from the front door about 30 metres away was a wall which is about 2 foot tall, right? Just it's kind of separated from a bit of a grass bank and the gravel that was coming up to the door, right? Mm-hmm. So this must have been like 1:00 or more. And actually, this guy comes out and he's been linked out by two mates. Do you know what I mean? He's like a fucking bendy toy. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And they're dragging him to 2 feet and they put him out over the wall, if you know what I mean, as in lying on the wall. So his stomach is on the wall and his face is in the grass. And he's talking to Huey and Ralph. You know what I mean, right? Huey, Ralph, right? And you could see him twitching every so often. You know what I mean? The big, right? So, right. So keeping an eye on him anyway, and so eventually, because the other bikes were pissed, the two lads they went back in and doing the bits and pieces, right? So went over to him after a while anyway. And I said, "Oh, you're right, dude." I'd usually
waffle,
right? Snot and everything coming out of the nose and all the hair down the side of the face and they get covered in sweat and everything, right? And so I said to two boys, "Listen, do you want to bring him back in there now?" Yeah. And he said, "Do you want to go back in?" Yeah, right. So the two boys picked him up anyway and they brought him into the jacks, right? Yeah. And so they're in there for a few minutes anyway, right? Because Charlie's laughing because he's heard this video, right? Yeah. And the blonde girlfriend was outside the toilet, you know what I mean? And and she said, "Can you go in and just keep an eye on him?" Do you know what I mean? I've been, yeah, okay, no problem. Right? So after a few minutes, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's nothing happening, like there's no noise or nothing, right? So you have to walk along by the cross the just tapping the doors, and next to the door opens, right? And here's your man sitting on the pot, right? And the trousers around the fucking knees, right? With the jocks, right? And he's leaning forward, right? And he's after puking his guts up
into the jocks.
Into the jocks.
Oh, dude.
Oh, it gets better. Better.
His underpants was like a bowl.
I'm telling you now, right?
Jesus.
Loads of dice, carrot and everything. You know?
And I wouldn't mind.
Oh my God.
He told you when he woke up he didn't eat carrots.
I apologise, anyway. I hope you're eating your breakfast when you're listening to this. But anyway.
Yeah, this is some tangent now from Cookstown, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Well, we've had some mad tangents on this podcast. So I went out. Right, I'm not right. So he's in the spot. Bother it. Do you want to go into the two lads there to help him? Do you know what I mean? She says, "Oh yeah." I said, "I'm not getting into this, right?" And as that was happening, the two coaches pulled up, or three coaches pulled up into the car park, right? Yeah. And so, whatever time they she had to find the two lads, give them a hand and all that, and come back. So it must have been 15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And of course, he probably lost the power of his legs at that stage from sitting on the jacks. Do you know what I mean? For fucking 20 minutes or half an hour, like, you know what I memean? Because I went in again, he was just lying against the side of the cubicle. Do you know what I mean? There was no, Next minute, the boys came in anyway. Yeah, right. And they were full of soup as well, right? Right. And I went, "Right, lads, listen, do you want to put them onto the bus now?" "Oh, yeah, no problem." So they're going to go now. Yeah. So stood your man up, just stood him straight up with the trousers the whole lot, and linked him onto the bus, right? And the last I seen him was he put him right down the back of the bus, and his face is against the back door or the window of the bus, like going out, like going, oh man, to stay that. Imagine making up the next morning, like facing that, like,
Jesus Christ, that's horrendous, man. How could you? But that is the truth. That's the dreaded drink for you.
Sure.
Imagine the next day. Oh man, I'm not even going to get into it.
Seen it years ago over in Nijinsky's. The fella, after being into Jackson Hall, but came back out to the bar, and there was a couple of birds sitting at the bar. He was full of soap, but he went to ask you one something. Next minute, blah, got sick over. The next minute, as soon as he got sick on her, she fucking erupted. Boys. Throw them at the bar.
This is the creme of, right?
Oh, boys, we're going on some tangent here, boys. This better be a quick one. Fucking hell.
Right, well, we all remember Hedeville.
Yeah.
Let's just say it was fucking rough because the boys be like out spreading slurry and they come into the disco, park the tractors in the car park. Do you know what I mean? It was that you were setting the tone here. You know what I mean, right?
Oh yeah, the smell of the base would be rotten.
And I remember again, I was working as an eviction technician, right? So again, I'm going to set the tone for you now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, right. I just when you think about it, right? So again, I'm going to set the tone, right? So if you imagine there was the bar, big long bar, and then you have say 2 or 3 foot of opening, the canopy above that, which is probably 3 or 4 foot up to the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
And what your man was after doing was, your man was after trying to go up to the bar, like, do you know what I mean? And they're 5, 6 deep. He's like, barman, and he got fucking pissed off, right?
Yeah.
Because I asked him, I was like, what the fuck, yeah? Like, because I threw him out, like, right?
Yeah.
So he says, no, you know, he says, I fucking get pissed off. He said, I couldn't get a pint, like, do you know what I mean, right? So what did he do? He walked into the Jacks, right? A roll of toilet paper, right, round his hand, right? Took a dump in it, right? Okay. And then walked out. So you can imagine he's walking forward, right? And he's got his hand down behind his leg, with his
cups, like
with his fingers pointing backwards. Do you know what I mean? Right? As he walked towards the Jacks, he bent down and flicked the shite forward,
hit the bar,
hit the canopy, and slid down the canopy onto the bar. And everyone went, "You dirty man!" And everyone's like Moses parting to see your mum out the bar. Can I have a pint, please?
Clever.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it. What sort of animals?
I said it was rough. It was rough.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, can I have a pint, please?
Yeah. So, Joe, you were going to wash your hand first, you dirty.
But you didn't get a chance to get a pint because you fucked him out.
He fucked him out, yeah. It didn't work. Backfired on him.
I didn't mind doing that. It was, and I would watch. You didn't grab by the hands either.
No.
Holy mother of God.
Anyways,
that's unbelievable, yeah.
Back on the bikes.
Let's get back onto the bike. And again, apologies if anybody's eating their breakfast over this podcast.
Or looking after your breakfast again.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to Northwest 200. Kevin Keys is happy enough. He's obviously, there's going to be a bit of stuff he's going to have to get kind of work on and focus on, but that's coming up quick and fucking fast.
Yeah. It's quick and fast now because again, once we get through the Northwest, the TT is knocking on the doorstep. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then with all the other stuff that's happening down south, you know what I mean? All the extra racing, it's going to be a seriously busy year. You know what I mean?
It's fucking busy. But we can't wait for it anyway.
Yep.
Bring it fucking on. That's all. Obviously, we didn't get to Cookstown. Really disappointed over that, but just May between the rally, which we're going to talk about in a second, and obviously the Northwest coming up, Bike Fest and all that sort of jazz. It's just flat out to something. Unfortunately,
well, look, it was a long
Cookstown
winter, and maybe it was me. I just thought this winter dragged. Just the fucking rain.
It was 70 odd days of rain.
It was just meant. It's all. I don't think it's maybe just me, but I think when the sun shines out, everyone's in a better.
Oh, everybody is.
Everybody's in better form.
Even Charlie, and that's
even Charlie. So, but he's not as close to the sun as the rest of us.
Yeah, what is this?
But he can bring you
down there. What's the story at all?
No, it's very warm.
Oh, is it?
Oh, very, very warm.
Tell me this, please. Moving on, as the fella says.
Let's draw a line under all of that.
Let's draw a line under all that. What have we got on this? Have we got something on this Saturday?
No.
Have we not? No.
I said,
Pa
no. Oh, Clanet, no.
Rally is coming on.
Yeah.
He's going.
No.
No.
No, it won't be there.
So why would we be going to that? Boys, the 10th rally is on.
Yeah.
It's happening. We are approaching. We are on the cusp of our 10th rally. It is happening in a mere 2 days' time, and we are
On
very
Rally's Eve.
We're on Rally's Eve.
Well, no, you have to correct that now, because when people hear this, they'll hear it tomorrow. So it's 1 day.
Oh no, unless somebody is very dedicated and is sitting up here and just refreshing Spotify constantly.
Yeah.
From about 9:30 to see if the episode is up.
Yeah, well,
and fair play to that one person.
I just on that. It's weird. Like I have to put the app on my phone that we use, the host app, and I do go on it after I upload it, and I'll be at home in bed. And it could be an hour after we've uploaded it.
Where's this going?
And next thing I'll flick, and it'll be like, there's been 32 downloads.
What
So
did you
flick? You flicked what?
What did you flick?
What did you flick?
Yeah,
I said I'll flick. Is it dirty?
No, wait. Did we say anything?
No.
Did we say anything?
Fucking owl boys, Jesus.
Did we say anything? Did we?
Never opened them up. We just, the way he said, I flicked.
Geriatrics.
So I want to know what he flicked.
Geriatrics.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's 32 people. Like the last one, anyway, 32 people downloaded it before 12 o'clock at night. It was only out an hour, so who the name of J's they are, I don't know.
Yeah.
The 10 rallies upon us. As I said to you, it's on this Saturday. We've a new tattoo artist coming out, and this guy is
You remember the RV?
class. Yeah. Did you know that?
Oh, he's coming, yeah.
I didn't know he was coming.
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
Absolutely class.
Yeah, he was on to me there during the week. And
What?
You're not booking. You are working. This is not a Ross McQuaid fannies around and off getting tattoo. You are
if you
there.
want your tattoo, you do it Sunday.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, will he still be there Sunday?
Oh, yes. Well, as far as I know, he is. Anyway.
Hopefully. Well, if you
I
don't
might
know,
get
he will be.
I might get one Sunday morning.
Did you see the tattoo you one got? She showed me there last year at the rally.
What was it?
Oh man, some tattoo, right? So she got W tattooed on that cheek of her arse, and that W on that cheek of her arse. But mum, she bent over. Wow.
I'm going to have to. He does this all the time. I'm going to have to rein him in. Which is his microphone. I'm going to have to rein him in, mate, because Tony gets on a roll here. Then he says something and we can't hear it. And I'm afraid he's on the fringes.
If that's your mind, I was talking about tattoos.
I think he's on the fringes of it. We've got Terence Healy's coming, as far as I know.
Yep.
We've got a couple of other stalls, bits and pieces going to be at it. Lads selling a bit of motorcycle gear and accessories.
Did I hear a certain racer might be there?
Well, that's to be confirmed. That's up to you, big man. Is he coming?
That's your operation.
I think you said, yeah.
Is he?
As far as I know, he said he is.
Well, that'll be
Well, he probably seen him here the last time. He just put it on that date on the phone. So.
As far as I know, he'll have a bit of merch in that area.
I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I want to get a bit of his merch as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of merch, we'll have our merch out.
Yep.
As well. We've got.
Let's go to the merch department.
Well, we're tin on the ground. We have a couple of designs. We have a couple of bits and pieces coming. I think the man that's doing it is under maybe a little bit of pressure, so we're hoping that he'll pull out all the stops to have it for us. So yeah, we've got t-shirts and hats, and we've hoodies and stuff on the way. But we'll certainly have some of it for Friday or for Saturday. We mightn't have all of it, but we'll definitely have a few bits and pieces there anyway. So yeah, it should be good. Come over and get yourself a t-shirt and support the Motorcycle Hour podcast. We would gratefully appreciate. Food on the day. We've got food in-house in Carberry GA on the day.
Yep. Absolutely
sensational food. I've over a couple of times myself. Top class.
Yep.
Of course, Carberry GA, have to give them a massive, thanks. They've been, hosting rally for the past number of years. And in fairness, they run a good ship up there. The place is always absolutely spotless. I have to say that. It is a great venue. I'm not saying that it's because our rally is at it, but it has everything we need. Secure parking. It's floodlit. We've got, obviously, it's Tarmac Drive. We've got plenty of places for camping. A huge bar. They have good bar staff, so you're not queuing for hours for a drink. And so it is, I have to say,
and special anniversary patch.
Special anniversary patch, 10th anniversary patch, which is, I have to say, I've seen it in the flesh, and it is class now. And we go to rallies, and obviously we are being biased because it's our rally, but we always get back. But this one's nice. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
10th anniversary patch. So it's going to be great. Obviously, the Chaz is going to be there on the day, and myself, we're all going to be there. We may do a podcast. I'm not too sure. We'll see. We'll have to work it out and see how things go. The weather is
and
Midland.
As we're sitting here looking at the trophies are very nice for this year as well.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
The trophies are absolutely next.
And everyone that wins the trophy gets a keyring
A little keyring
to
as well.
match the trophy.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
a
can
nice
put on
touch.
your
That's a big
keys.
keyring.
Yeah. It's a nice touch.
I don't
Now,
mean
and
the fucking same size as the trophy, but it's a keyring to match the fucking.
Yeah, so we used to always make our own trophies, and
Hold on, put a pause on that.
Yeah.
You
Well,
made
I used
Yeah,
to.
we used to do them there in the evenings and that. But
we-
look at, long story short, Brendan, right?
Bird
Go on,
shit welding.
Little story here. This is gonna the shite coming out of this fella's mouth as per usual. We make them. Last year, right? This is the truth. This is why I suffer. This is why my nerves have been nearly shot. Last year, him and the Kieran came down to the shed.
Yep.
I think it must have been the Saturday before the rally. The two boys were there from 9 o'clock in the morning, and I swear to God, Cha had two gears in his hand.
Yep.
And he
remember,
he
sure.
must have picked them up and rubbed them and looked at them and sniffed at them and everything for about 4 hours. And eventually he just threw them on the ground and said, "Oh, fuck this, I'm not doing it."
Yeah,
True or
but sure,
false?
I get browned off
And
waiting
didn't
for
I
the
have to do
welder.
it?
Like,
Waiting for the welder. There was about 4 welders there. You could have used them. She don't know how to use them.
And who were they?
So I ended up, I ended up,
yeah, but
ended
sure,
up having to
wasn't
do
the trophy made?
it. Because I fucking made it for you.
No, but didn't I rub the
So
stuff?
we decided we'd ruled out
Yeah.
this year. So we got custom stainless steel ones made, and they are fucking class.
Deadly.
Yeah.
They are
Absolutely
deadly.
class. So, they'll be on
Fair
display
play to
the whole lot.
Peter now. Peter done good now.
Super
done
job.
very good.
Absolutely super job. Does that man have a website or anything like that if people are looking
I'm
for
not
him?
sure, but
I doubt.
Well, we'll have them there anyway, and if anybody wants, we'll give you the contact information. Have a look at them and everything. And we might. Can we put a few sneaky pictures up or no?
No,
we'll leave it until the
leave
day
it
of rally.
Saturday. No, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing
No, you
that.
can't be doing that. You can't be doing
For
that.
Jesus'
Will
sake.
PJ be there with the book?
Oh, PJ will be down there and he'll have the book. It'll be in the book. We've obviously 3 bands on. What day is music kicking off at?
I think the same as usual.
4 or 5.
Around 4 or 5 o'clock, is it?
What time
Or
was it,
earlier?
No, it'll be
5 or 6 actually, was he?
yeah, it's
No, sure.
in around 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah.
Colin Cahill's the first man out anyway.
Yeah.
And
Class.
anybody knows.
He's brilliant,
absolutely
boys. I don't give a fuck.
fantastic.
He is
He is.
class.
He's brilliant. But again, we do want to just put a big push out because just to let everybody know that, a lot of people.
And then we've a band Sunday night as well now.
Oh, we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've a band for ourselves for Sunday night. But come here.
And anyone more than welcome.
Oh, yeah, come
it's
down.
Yeah.
open invitation.
Open invitation, Carbage, yeah.
Can we
100%.
mention who might be up on there on the Sunday? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, we can't mention that yet.
no.
No, absolutely not.
You can't be doing that.
Yeah. We might say on the obviously the day of the rally, things will be busy enough. Say we're going to try and maybe do a podcast stuff. But that's what the point I wanted to make was that, and I know we've said it before on the podcast, but especially to you listeners out there, if you're someone that maybe doesn't go to the rally, because I think the rally scene itself, you get an awful lot of MC and MCCs going to different people's, and they all support other people's rallies. But now we live in a day and age where there's an awful lot, probably the majority of people riding bikes now are not in clubs. And they're in other fractions and other groups, I suppose you could call it.
Riding clubs, meat clubs.
and meat clubs and all that sort of stuff. And I think for a lot of those people don't tend to go
Probably
to
feel
rallies.
intimidated.
Maybe. You're just
but
a little bit.
don't feel
Ma-
intimidated.
No, that's the point I'm going to make. Don't. The whole idea. This our rally, the same as most rallies, is not. It's no different than any other bike meet at all. It's just it's our club get together to put on a day where there's bands and music, and it's a way of meeting up everybody that we don't get to chat to. And
That's all rallies are about.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. So urge anybody that has a motorbike, that's interested, likes getting out for a spin,
Or
whatever,
even not a
come over.
motorbike, and it's just thinking
Yeah.
of how to get into this scene. Do you know what I mean? And what's it? Just to see what's involved in it. And is it for you?
Yeah, but that's a good point. You don't need a bike.
Yeah.
You can arrive up in your car, your van,
absolutely.
your lorry.
Loads of room.
Once there's plenty of space to park a lorry. You're
Just leave the trailer at home, please.
Maybe don't bring the trailer out.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, all right, So,
And
exactly. It's an open invitation to each and every person out there.
That €15 with patch, that means we give you a patch. You don't have to be wearing a patch.
Absolutely. You
Yes,
get a patch.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest day's entertainment you're going to have for 15 quid. It's a whole day. You can camp.
Yeah.
You've got access to 3 bands. As I said, there's food, drink, everything, tattoos, stalls. So it's the cheapest.
I was going to
event
say
you're
something else,
to
but I'll not be able.
No, don't. I don't even know what you're going to say, but just be on the safe side. No, just don't say it. But yeah, no. So that's the rally. Anything else you want to add about our rally, Charlie? Anything else they can expect?
Hope the sun's out.
I hope the sun's out well.
yeah.
Might be, but it won't matter anyhow.
No.
It's undercover.
It's undercover, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Should be game ball.
That'll be grand. Skin's waterproof, lads.
Skin is waterproof, 100%. Another thing I want to have a little bit of a mention about as well is we ran a competition there that people that are on our social medias, our page and stuff will have seen, and I hope people maybe that haven't already done so to jump over onto Facebook and Instagram and check out. On Facebook it is the Gael MCC official page, and on Instagram it is the Motorcycle Hour podcast.
TikTok as well. Jump on and follow. But again, a competition that we did run during the week was thanks to our sponsors Principal Insurance. Give us 2 season passes to the Principal Insurance Mondello Masters Championship. So this is 2 season passes that is free. You know, you'll get full access to all events throughout the season. You know, again, with thanks to Principal Insurance. So we ran the competition, and for that, we asked people to send in pictures of them on their bikes anywhere notable, or, you know, when they're out for a spin, and we pick a winner. And we were pleased to announce that the winner was none other than Paul Whelan, who I believe is a Kildare man as well.
Big shout out there, round of applause maybe.
Big shout out to the one and only Paul Whelan, without a shadow of a doubt. And Paul sent us in a picture of, I think it may be a CBR 600 F4 I think he was on, and it looked like, I think he was around Mull's Gap or somewhere down in Killarney or something. Just, it was a class picture anyway, but we picked him. We had a look through them and there were some fantastic ones. He was the winner, so Paul will be getting those passes out to you very, very shortly, and thanks for entering. Just a bit of a shout out to a couple of other people that sent us in some great pictures. Lindsay Collier sent us in a great picture of her on her Gixxer 750 heading up the straight in Mondello. Thought that was another good one. Johnny Gillick sent us in a nice photo of him. He was over in Morocco. Jonathan Kavanagh had a nice picture of him on his bike over in Cologne. And we did tons and tons of others. We had some great from Brendan Devine, Sarah Jane Egan. We Dennis Healy sent us in a picture. Kevin Moore, Ronan Malai. We tons and tons. That's just a couple I wanted to name out there as well. And it was all
notables. Yeah,
all notable ones.
It's very hard. It is very hard. It's very subjective, but we have to pick a winner.
Absolutely, 100%.
Splitting hairs between them all, really, weren't it?
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Another thing I want to give a little bit of a mention to is something that else has happened this weekend, and these are a local group of lads, and I just have to give them a bit of a shout out. If people are on Facebook and Instagram, just jump on and have a look at Fod na Hern, and this is a run that's been organised by a couple of local lads in Eaton Derry. They're doing a massive fundraising run, and when I say a run, I mean a physical run, not a motorbike run. And these 5 lads, I think it's 6 lads this weekend are taking on a run. As I say, this is a charity run for a very, very notable charity. And they're actually going to run from Mallinhead to Mizenhead.
Like, are they actually running you see some of these lads were cycling in Spain and they're just on the machine.
No.
Are they running the road?
They're running the road.
Oh, Jesus. What?
They are running the road, which is a serious fucking task. That is a serious
Charlie's
task.
often done it looking for a pint.
I'd actually get it hard to do it on a motorbike, to be honest with you. Well, I would do it, but I'd get it hard. But these lads are actually running it. Bisto Kelly, who is a good friend of ours, I think he's one of the main man behind it. He's the owner-operator, Primal Fitness in Eaton Derry. Have to give him a shout out. Bisto is one of those lads. He's just an absolute gentleman. You know, he's genuinely one of those lads. Charlie Hewlett tested this, and his family, they're the first people to put their hand out, to help out for anything that's going on.
Yeah, sure. I worked with his father years ago in K&H.
A gentleman.
100%.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. The whole
and so
lot of
his mother,
Frida and the whole lot.
Yeah, she's from Eaton Derry there. I knew her when we were growing up.
Yeah.
We all used to be down in McCormick's disco and everything.
Just great
mad,
people.
Yeah.
Great people. So as
Not
I
as
say,
bad as Heatherville.
yeah, but great people, and as I said, they are looking. You know, this is for a very worthy charity. We'll put a link up on our socials. If anybody can jump on, I believe there's a donate page. People can throw a few bob onto. So I think
with all that running now, young Bisto is around my height. Well, he's going to be a bit shorter now. By the time so I feel like a real tall cunt standing beside him.
He may be of similar height, but that is where the comparisons end. He's as fit as a fucking fiddle. So that is where it ends. But yeah, best of luck to the lads that are competing in that. That's going to be a massive one, and we're all rooting for you.
Fair play, lads. Well done.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Lads, anything else we want to add before we wrap it up for episode 86? Anything else you want to get off your chest there, Charlie Beans? Triumph Tiger. I know. Triumph Tiger.
Yeah, what about?
Talk to me.
Yeah, what?
Are we still in love?
Actually, can I ask you? Can I ask you a question? What the fuck is the point of the bottle holder?
Oh, I thought this was hilarious.
But
I thought this was hilarious. So
This is never going to be used.
So Charlie,
It's never going to be used.
So for such a long period of time, Charlie, let's be honest about it, he took the piss out of people that rode adventure style bikes.
Exactly.
He did. He ran them down.
Yep.
Make no mistake about it. The people that rode
just wanna
GSs, up the road. That was what we heard on a regular basis. And then if you rode a GS or a Triumph Tiger or a Trace or whatever, you were only naked. This is his words, not mine, right? So, lo and behold, I'm out in the shed the other day, and what is the Charlie after getting himself? You know, the bottle holders, the most iconic, thing every GS rider since the beginning of day has put on their bike. And a kind of a pure cheese accessory. The Bowl Cha has one on it. And I said,
a farkle, is that what they call it? It's called a farkle.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, all these like, they're called farkles, which is like the go faster stripes and extra lights and neon lights.
Well, this is just going to hold a bottle of fucking water for me in Spain, all right?
The next thing he's going to have is the motocross style adventure.
The high
motocross
Arthur
style
chaps
boots.
the whole lot. Like.
The motocross style boots and the whole job lot. Guaranteed it's going to have
I'll tell you what happened.
Navigation screens.
He'll use it, right? He'll have his bottle of water now as we set off.
Hold on a second.
Bottle of Coke Zero.
Exactly.
Sorry. Bottle of Coke Zero, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to the first stop. We'll pull off again after he's had 17 fags.
Yeah.
And then we'll on the comms 2 minutes later. Oh, boys, me bottle of Coke. You'll have fucking forgotten on a rock bed.
I don't know. Is it maybe he's going to have a cup? Maybe it's for emergency petrol supply. Is that maybe
No. What about the old Tiger's handy enough in the jungle? No.
I tell you, I couldn't stop laughing at it. I just seen this. I was taking this. But you're still loving the Tiger.
Ah, yeah, because this new
She's
bottle
lowered.
holder-
No, is
I'm
that going to Spain or is the SX? Is the
No,
SX still?
no. she's
Don't
going
mention
to
that-
Spain now.
don't mention that dirty
Now
word
leave
around
me
here
alone when I'm fucking happy with the Tiger.
Don't mention that dirty
right?
word around here anymore. Tiger.
He wants to
No.
buy 6 more blades.
The Tiger, believe it or not, no, I'm every chance I get, I'm out in there, and I'm starting to get the fucking,
Oh yeah, this man is a Triumph man now.
no, she's on the song, like.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
But is
yeah.
there, I didn't,
That's my old joke. That's when they were first heard in the Bible, wasn't it?
What?
And and most triumphs heard throughout the land.
That's the truth.
yeah.
Because the char was on it. Yeah. Burp, burp. Right, go on.
No, I do have to say that's a triple, is it?
Yeah, triple, yeah.
How did I remember them? And remember the old, back in the day? Well, a bit before you guys, but the old Yamaha XS 750 triple.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, the sound off that thing
class.
was just phenomenal.
Fans
Phenomenal.
like the Yamaha Tracer.
Yeah.
Sure. A cousin of
Not
mine.
triple as well, is it?
Yeah, CB3 engine, yeah.
A cousin of mine years ago, Tony. Do you remember my father gave me the Daihatsu Charade
Yeah.
starting off, right?
Daihatsu Charade.
Yeah, swear
I had
to God.
one. I had a 1 litre diesel.
Yeah.
3-cylinder. Well, it wouldn't pull you out of bed.
Well, the little
Wouldn't put the skin
petrol-
off a rice pudding.
No, we used to put green diesel in it. And because it was so economical, 20 euros green diesel would last you at least 8 months. That's the truth. I swear to God, that. I actually thought somebody was breaking in at night time and topping up the tank.
And every guard knew that fucking charade in Eden Derry, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
But fucking,
What's your name? No. Noel.
Yeah.
I'll ask you again. What's your name? Noel. Charlie, stop acting the bollocks. Fucking, what's your name?
Tell me your name.
well, fucking, no, my dad gave me this Daihatsu, a little Snovio, 1 litre petrol, right?
Oh, yeah.
But me and Charlie Gael and a couple of boys were heading to Newbridge one night. Charlie the whore knew about them.
Yeah.
I didn't know now, but he knew. It was a 3-cylinder, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't. So we're going up the hill of Allen. He says, Jesus says, Riley, he says, this fucking yoke's only going 3 cylinders. Says, will you shut up, you fucking idiot, and it's a 4-cylinder job. What are you on about, you dopey cunt? I'm telling you she's going 3 cylinders. So it didn't matter. I pull up at the top of the hill of Allen, I get out and pop the bonnet. Look, he says, I told you she's only going 3 cylinders. You stupid. Oh, Lord, Jesus.
They were great. We had one, as I say, we had one for years, and we used to be just acting league and blackguarding with it. And we were only young lads, and we used to ride it around the yard at home. When we come up with the bride, we were like, want to make it look like a real fucking cool, you know what I mean, monster truck.
Put a lift
Wayne's
kit on
World,
it.
no?
Yeah, but the budget wasn't great. So the only thing
Well, the budget was probably fucking
the
zero.
budget was zero. So the only thing we could do was we took off the back wheels and turned them inside out. So they'd be sticking outside outside the arches.
Yeah.
And I thought this was a great idea. And I was standing back looking at it. I was like, oh Lord, geez, I'm mean looking up now, right? This is not right. I got a bucket of green paint. It was like lead paint. And I painted the back window. And it weakened the glass. And I lifted up the bonnet to paint the inside of it. Or the back. And when I closed the boot, smash. The glass shattered at the shy. But anyway, I had the wheels turned inside out. So they were sticking out. Just a good 4 inches either side of the car. Thought this was a great idea. I was going flying by the side of the outlet shed and caught the wheel in the girder and bent the back axle into shite. So that was it. That was it. The shred was officially dead. Go flying. I was like, oh, next thing, bang! Nearly put me through the window.
You know what fucking happened to me? I ended up with Paul Dempsey. Remember Tony? I used to get Paul to do the work. And I was after buying 4 big spots. So he jazzed Paul, so he get them onto that joke, will you? So he put them on it, and I was after dropping Sylvia home.
Yeah.
So I was heading home, and I came out by Carrick, out the back roads. Oh, this fucking thing, boys, was like sunlight.
Go away.
Yeah, but there was a gate, and a heap of shite across the road where a farmer used to go from one field to the other. Of course, it was near a bend. What did Chad do? Flat out. Next minute, she took the spin straight out through the hedge, made shite of the whole fucking front of the car. I had one light left, and I kept looking, driving around the field to find the gate. Where was the gate? About 2 foot away from where I went in through the fucking hedge. I tell ya.
It's the good old days. It was amazing. You look at when we were younger, sure, that's what we did. Like. It was pure harm.
Sure, do you remember, Tony, me and you were in it when your man, the Renal Lane, came around at the guards barracks and pinned us up against the fucking door of the guards barracks?
Yeah.
Tony laying over on top of me. So your man fucking
Wedged is in.
wedged us in.
Holy divine, Jesus Christ. Again, we're after getting off topic again. I don't know how we got to that conversation.
Yeah,
That was
I don't
the-
know.
I was surprised that happens on this podcast.
It does
You know,
happen on
because
this
it's
podcast.
so professional and strict here. Do you know what I mean?
But that was
Adhere to the rules.
That was the Daihatsu shred anyway. Long live the old shred. You never see one now at all, would you?
Yeah, but how we got onto that is because we're talking
Sorry.
about the Tigers.
Oh, the Tigers.
Shredders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, the trees in there.
Yeah.
As Celine Dion said, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah.
That's it. No, going back.
There's Billy Conley in you. There's a Billy Conley in you. You're going to go off on a tangent and come back.
I know, honest to God.
No, but all joking aside, yeah, no, I absolutely like it.
Yeah. As I said, there is a couple little things.
And
with those
don't
Tigers.
forget now, Gerard's sitting there now.
They're sitting here.
Gerard bought himself a motor guzzi watcher.
Jared's going to come on this podcast. He's just building up that little bit.
Yeah.
He's going to come on. He's a very, very interesting fella. He told us a couple of stories about when he was younger and buying motorbikes in, where was it, Greece or somewhere, and riding bought a bike or somewhere.
Was it Italy, was it?
Or Italy or somewhere for Croatia. Bought a bike gung ho. This is back in the day and rid it across. So Jared's going to come on. But Jared did buy a Moto Guzzi. What is it, Jared? A Moto Guzzi? Absolutely stunning bike. Stunning bike.
Absolutely.
Oh my Jezza. Gorgeous looking bike, I have to say. Without a doubt, you know. But yeah, that's Triumph Tiger. There's one little thing that annoys the fuck out of me about them. Yours, which is obviously my old
Yeah,
one.
she won't wheelie in fifth.
She won't.
No,
You
just
just
shut
need
it.
to hang over.
It won't wheelie with Charlie.
Yeah, 100%. No, the fuel gauge.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes ages to fucking.
But that's the way they work. You have to actually ride the bike.
Yeah.
And it calculates after a certain
Listen,
wear.
like this trip is not going to work. If the gauge won't go up,
I know.
he's going to have
Well,
palpitations.
and
Well,
it
he
goes,
has it done
goes
now.
fucking down fairly quick.
The fear is the fear is
good.
gone now.
He
But
has a code now.
Sure. No, what do you think all the
no.
boxes are for, Tony? They're carrying all the boxes. For carrying jerry cans worth of fuel.
the two
He's
side
bringing
boxes and the back box.
He's bringing one pair of
yeah.
jocks to turn it inside out and front to back 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And speaking of Triumph Tigers as well, you got your new gear, Beaver.
I did.
How did that go?
It's in.
It's in, all right.
Yeah.
Everything works smoothly?
No.
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 You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
No.
Or? All right, okay. We'll just leave it at that there. Okay?
Well, in
No,
fairness,
Well, I thought
pray tell us more.
no, we thought the push rod. I thought the push rod was or the
there's
bit
no
that they sent me out was threaded the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
No, but I didn't realise you take because I followed the instructions because I even a fucking knock of an idea what I was doing.
Hold on a second now. You're a man.
Yeah.
You get the instructions.
Yeah.
You fuck them in the bin.
Yeah.
That's man code.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
But it was
But I'm not mechanically minded.
was it the giggling pin or the laughing shaft or the tittering valve?
It was the-
Which was it?
I think it was the Titran valve.
It was the fuel, actually the fuel transmogrifier coupling.
That's
What it was.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Leaking.
yeah.
But anyway, Ross
Discombobulator.
Ross must have sent me about 10 videos of him with this rod and the 2 or 3 bits, and I was even getting confused. I was like, what's wrong? I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. And then in the heel hunt, I had it narrowed down. I says, so obviously Dave sent you've got a left-handed thread on one side of the rod, and you've got a right-handed threaded ball joint.
Yeah.
So that's what I was presuming.
Yeah.
And that's what, and I said, sure, look, come out. And I says, I'll have a bit of M6 thread of
Yeah, about that, yeah.
I'll make up a rod
Yeah.
for you, you know. So he came out and he handed me the bits, and I was just looking at them, looking away. And you were on the phone or something, and it all just screwed together perfect.
No, but I had to take the ball joint off the one that was off on the original gear lever and put that one on the one that was on the bike.
Yeah.
So I just swapped them around. That's all the fuck off. I didn't realise they came off. It was that little fucking pin.
Every day's a school day.
Every day's
Yes,
school
school
there.
day. Yeah, that's it.
Little knowledge should be a dangerous thing.
No, 100%.
You wouldn't.
But
even-
anyway,
Good old Bren is there.
but anyway, all I say is a shout out there to Susan O'Brien.
Susan O'Brien.
Susan gone to me straight away.
Go on to
after the
Susan.
last-
On to Susan.
Yeah, the last podcast we talked because she had a Triumph Tiger as well.
She did, yeah. Black one, yeah.
So,
Lovely one too, yeah.
we were having chin mic on. She said to me, "No, don't worry about the fuel gauge because you have to ride it a bit before the fucking thing registers."
Yeah.
Because I was after filling
No,
it, right?
I tell you how long it takes
And
to
when I'm
register.
done, I was coming up the road now. I'm not coming up on the
No,
island. I was
no.
going, I'm after filling it. Where's the fucking...
I'd be at Mangan's by the time it's registered from my house. That's how
Yeah.
long it fucking takes.
Why is that, I wonder?
I don't know.
It's something got to do with, I don't know, it's the way it's wired in and the fuel or the clutch switch on them, because there's a clutch switch similar to the Suzuki's and stuff on them. And it's still only a 2-wire one, but if you disconnect it or you loop it, so basically the way the fuel, the clutch switch works on it, it actually has to work as an on and off.
Right.
So when you pull in the clutch, it'll let you start it, but you also have to release it, as in remove the contacts for the fuel gauge to work, because if you don't, it won't.
Is that, is that what that button thing is doing on mine?
Yeah. So basically, say one thing that gives an awful lot of bother on those is that clutch switch on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what a lot of people do is they just connect it. You know what I mean? They just connect it. So you're bypassing the switch. That's grand. It'll work. It'll start. But fuel gauge won't work. So that was the super duper Triumph engineers in Hinckley. Obviously, were sitting around their big fancy round desk and deciding everything and came up with this concoction and doesn't work. Other than that, super bike.
Oh, no, just lovely out
Great
to
bike.
ride and everything.
Lovely bike. Nice bike.
Yeah.
And McQuaid, like your one is fucking ticking over like a mouse's heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very good owner, previous owner on that, Good,
It's legal-
good
legal,
two
like-
previous owners on that. We know of 2 previous owners.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, he never rode it.
Well, true, yeah, but he did own it.
He did
He
own
did
it.
own it,
5
yeah.
careful owners. Yeah.
None of them
One
were
of
me.
them's guns.
yeah. One not so careful owner.
Yeah.
Come here,
I
boys.
haven't dropped that bike.
Who that?
I haven't dropped that bike yet.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you're after
jeez.
jinxing it now.
No.
Oh,
Roscoe,
Lord.
will you show it when you're...
Well, you wished up your
No,
pup.
for fuck's sake. No, you're after
2007
jinking yourself.
2007 Triumph Tiger 1050 Fairens wanted. Preferably in gold.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Well, come here. I'm actually glad. Now, that was a lovely little segue because I have a question for you all, if you don't mind, boys. Do you know what time it is, do you?
And now, it's time for the Tech and Torque Report.
McQuaid, talk to me. What have we got on this week, man?
MT09.
MT09. It's as good as any of them.
Good bike. Buy it.
Go and buy it. And there you heard it all here first, folks.
I'm
That's
very-
all
I'm
I need to
getting
say
good- I'm
about
getting
that.
good at these.
You're getting very good at this. We had the pleasure of doing a bit of a review on a 2015 Triumph MT09 over in Terence Healy's last week or the week before, and brought it for a spin. I actually spotted it when it was in. It has an interesting Fairn sticker kit on it,
Yep.
graphics kit on it. It's like a kind of a MotoGP style kind of Fairn setup on it with the movie star and the telephonics and that sort of stuff on it. Smashing looking bike. Definitely a bike that'd catch your eye.
Yep.
It would definitely catch your eye. So we brought it for a bit of a spin and great but lovely bike, loads of power in it, very fun bike to ride.
115 brake horsepower.
115 brake horsepower in them.
Yeah.
Again, it shares the same engine as the Tracer, that CP3 triple engine. Savage thump, loads of acceleration.
It's 87 Newton meters torque.
87 Newton meters torque. Lovely, lovely bike in every way, but it wouldn't be a bike for me, I might be honest with you. I'd
I think
either dead or your license would be gone now.
No, but
you just can't. It's just you just pure actabolics on it. Do you know what I mean? It's one
you
of those.
couldn't mind it. But we were saying
Allegedly.
that when we were on it. It's, you can get into the argument. Well, what purpose do these bikes serve? At the end of the day, what purpose does a Ferrari or a Lamborghini serve?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Gets you women half your age.
well, yeah.
Allegedly.
But like, it was a great bike.
A cock extension.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah. No, look, it was.
Are
It
they
was a
compensating
great
for something?
bike.
That's all I'm asking.
Absolutely, it's a great bike. I have to say I wouldn't fault the bike per se in any way, shape, or form. It's just not a bike that would interest me. But
The
but I mean,
pegs
look,
were probably slightly wrong. We both said that we felt a little bit on the
pegs are very high.
cramped up side.
Do you know what I mean? For a naked bike with a set of straight bars on it, it has, but the foot position is very, very similar now to be on a sports bike.
Yeah.
So the comfort wise wouldn't do it for me.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but it
naked
depends on again the ergonomics of it. But that's down to the size of the rider. Like if Char was on it now,
Took me down to the ground.
His legs would be at full stretch.
yeah.
I don't think he'd even reach the bed.
I'd have the stilettos on him just to reach the pegs.
It's where these two pair of fucking yaks or 6'6" or something, the way they're going on.
We're
So-
6 foot.
You were fuck all taller than me. And I tell you,
Well, the best
2
part
minutes
of-
time you'd be looking up at me because you're on the broad of your back.
The last time I was your height, lad, I was 8. So which up over that?
Fuck.
The last time it was your height, it was still shite and yellow.
Yeah.
No, look, very fun bike to ride. Maneuverability, top class.
Yeah.
You throw it in any corner, you feel very comfortable on it. But
I think, like we were saying, I think it'd be, and people would probably say, "Are you mad?" I think it'd be a class commuter bike.
yeah,
I definitely think
Nipping
it
in
would
and
be
out.
really cool for the likes of that.
yeah. You do see a lot of them up around Dublin.
You would know, in fairness.
Yeah, but but again, nimble through traffic.
very nimble through. It'd be very nimble.
that's where it's living ground. you know what I mean? So,
Like loads of torque, so you're just getting in
Loads
and
of
out.
torque.
When
yeah,
you're
but like it's
quick
horses for
overtakes.
horses. Do you know what I mean? It depends what
As we say, with a lot of these new bikes, it has loads of power to get you into trouble and enough electronics to get you over.
That one didn't have a quick shifter. You were saying,
Didn't
funnily
have a
enough.
quick shifter on that one. Yeah, funny enough, that one didn't come with a quick shifter on it. But then again, really, it's quick shifter. Who wants a quick shifter? Quick shifter's grand if you're absolutely flying up and down through Mondello or whatever. Do you need a quick? I have a quick shifter on the Tracer. Do I use it? Well, yeah, but that sounds cool.
but you see, but again, it's old school
Yeah,
was managing the throttle. And
Exactly,
just as you come off the throttle, you could change gears. You know what I mean? So you get it. So it's as good as a quick shifter.
yeah,
Do
for
you know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah. Is there a quick shifter in the Suzuki?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Upside up and down.
Up and down, same.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you use it?
Oh, Tony uses it.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Oh yeah, but Tony rides on. I mean,
Allegedly. No, what I'd say is it's mad. Sometimes it just depends on my humour. Sometimes I go right back to old school.
Yeah.
And pull in the clutch and change gears.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Other times then,
Habit, that's just habit.
shifter.
no, but then there's I could be out then and just want to move off. I just don't lose the fucking clutch at all. Like just up. You know what I mean?
I'd be if I'm out, like if we're going on a long spin or something like that, 90% of the day I'll use the clutch.
Yeah.
If I'm just out and I'm just like, remember the day we took off or whatever, like that was just
A quick scorch,
throttle
yeah.
out, bam.
Yeah.
Get out of your system, then you go, hey, grand now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
ba 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 barama ba 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 barama ba ba. Yeah.
Don't quit your day job.
No,
If
but
you
then
had
when he
one.
going on the way, he was going there with the bike. Ba ba
If
ba
you
ba.
had a day job, that is. Come here till I say it to you.
What?
It is. It's a nice bike. It is actually a nice bike, in fairness. As I said to you, it's not a bike I'd be running out in the morning to buy. Not because there's anything wrong with that bike. It just wouldn't really do anything for me, like. Now, just a quick break in the podcast with a word from our sponsors. Having the right insurance matters, especially when you're on two wheels. That's why Principal Insurance, part of Howden, offers motorcycle cover you can rely on, whether it's a weekend spin or everyday riding. Howden Insurance Ireland. Limited, trading as Principal Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. P&B Heating and Plumbing, Edenderry, County Offaly. your go-to for any heating and plumbing installations or repairs. Now, back to the podcast. I suppose, you know, as we said, like that kind of a bike, it's up there against like the Suzuki GSR 750s. What else is it kind of up against in that kind of line? Some of the Honda CBs and stuff like that, I suppose,
Yeah,
you know.
but-
The Hornet.
But at the minute, lads,
Yeah.
at the minute, lads, all joking aside, the MT07 and the MT09s are selling.
Oh,
No doubt
Like,
about it,
they
yeah.
are, they are very good
you can,
bikes.
you know,
yeah.
but you can see why they're selling.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure,
You can.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Didn't
as
you
I'm
say it'd
saying,
be a good track day bike as well?
Yeah, look,
Be fun.
they'll do a multitude of different things, but just for me, and I'm talking about me, I can only judge it on myself. It wouldn't be a bike that I'd be running out to buy in the morning. It just wouldn't be, practical for me. But yeah, depending on who you are,
Like,
depending
and
on
I
what you
wouldn't
want
be
out
a
of a bike.
Yamaha man, but yet I actually, after riding
Kieran's.
Kieran's MT07, absolutely, you know. Now, I
Yeah.
didn't get to ride, Terence was giving me a spin on the MT09, but me and Dan had to head off, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't
but
get
you-
to, but I would have liked to see what the MT09 was like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Similar to the Tracer, not similar riding positions, but like torque and feel and all that sort of stuff is very similar. But yeah, anybody that's in the market, yeah, check it out if it's not already sold. But
I
check out
think
the
it-
series.
I think
It could be sold. Is it?
I went looking for it there and I couldn't find it.
I know. I seen earlier on the website. There's another fairly fresh one after coming in there,
Yeah.
another MT09. So,
But as we were
yeah,
saying at
go
the
and
start
have
of
a
the
look.
podcast, like you said, a lot more bikes on the road. It just stuff is moving. Like
Yeah.
talking to people in the trade, like they're busy. They're really
yeah.
busy.
Oh,
You know?
great.
Jesus, yeah, they're,
You know?
There's a couple of bikes actually. That Yamaha 950 Bolt that we saw. That was just a cool bike. Again, it was
If
just,
it had a different set of handlebars, it
yeah,
would
if it had a
slightly.
different set of bars, yeah. He's
But
got
it was
a couple
cool
of
looking
nice,
bike.
yeah.
they are like a Harley.
Yeah, like, it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a silver and blue or something like that.
Yeah,
paint.
yeah.
It did cool look. Yeah,
Was
but
looking-
I'd say it'd be
It
fairly.
was like blue. I think didn't have like a
pinstripe
a pinstripe
kinda.
or
Yeah.
stripe down it. Yeah, nice looking bike though. In fairness, yeah.
yeah.
It's like Anthony say, you want to be trying them all out. It is a bit. I think obviously insurance regulates an awful lot of it, but it would be class if you had a place where you could go down and say, look, there's €100 and I want to test 5 bikes.
Yeah.
It'd be ideal because then you because in front.
Yeah, €100 per bike. Mout. What do
100
you think it is? St. Vincent de Paul.
Yeah, €100 per bike. No, but if you had somewhere that you could get out and test
Yeah.
it, because you know, as I do say to you more times, you'd say, "Oh, such a bike, savage comfortable." Listen, you don't know if it's comfortable until you actually.
It's,
bring it for a
it's
day.
comfortable for
Riding
you.
it from here to fucking Kinnegad is not going to tell you anything. Riding it from here to fucking Connemara and
Yeah.
back, that'll
Yeah.
tell you what it's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Pretty much, you know what I mean?
That'll tell you whether she's going on Dundee when you get back.
Yeah, 110%.
Yeah.
And you're going to the chiropractors on Monday morning.
Absolutely.
100%, yeah. But sure, look at that's it. Well, that's it for this week's Tech and Talk Report. Lads, anything else you want to add before we wrap it up and start getting things ready for Clondy Gael's 10th rally? We all happy?
Yeah, I think we're all good. Yeah, as you said, you know,
See you
come
all
over.
Saturday.
Yeah, don't be shy. As I said, come over, say hello.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
As the fella says, I'll have Tony and the boys fed before you come over, so
Yeah.
they won't bite you.
They won't
so
bite
we
you.
won't be hankry.
If you want to book your
hungry.
IBTs, Tony be there taking bookings.
Tony will be there, have a chat with Tony Moore, and James will be there as well. So have a
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
with the boys and
Yeah.
the boys will sort it all out for you.
Two boys be on the...
We will have a podcast on IBT at some stage. It's just
We will. It's just trying to
technical issues.
Trying to get the stars to align at the minute is a bit of trick.
If you are looking for the chat, just look down around your ankles. You'll normally find them scurrying around there.
You'll hear him.
Yeah.
You'll hear him.
Yeah.
You'll hear
Or
him.
just look for the cloud of smoke
The cloud of smoke.
that's moving.
Yeah.
No, there's no hair in the snake's ankle.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, before Charles throws the table through the wall here,
I'm
we're
not
going to wrap
going
it
to
up.
throw fuck all now. Right?
Folks, over and out for episode 86, and we'll see you all on Saturday. Take it easy.